Welcome to Wisdom Atlas. You need to watch this if you struggle with finding peace in a chaotic world. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're so excited to have you here today because we're diving into something truly transformative. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of like-minded individuals striving for personal growth and mental clarity. And for our returning viewers, welcome back. You know the drill. Grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's get started. You know, we talk a lot about improving your life on this channel, finding that mental edge and becoming the best version of yourself. Whether it's through mindfulness, productivity hacks, or deep philosophical insights, our goal is to equip you with the tools you need to navigate life's challenges. Today, we're focusing on a philosophy that's been around for centuries, but is more relevant now than ever: Stoicism. And let me tell you, there's this ancient philosophy, Stoicism, that's like a superpower for the mind. Imagine having a mental toolkit that helps you stay calm under pressure, make better decisions, and live a more meaningful life. That's what Stoicism offers. It's not just about enduring hardships, it's about thriving in spite of them. It's about turning obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. It's about finding strength within, owning your thoughts, and living with purpose. When you embrace Stoic principles, you start to see the world differently. You realize that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. And that, my friends, is incredibly empowering. It's like having a secret weapon that helps you navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. These Stoic philosophers, man, they were the real deal. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, these guys weren't just armchair philosophers, they lived their teachings. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor, Seneca was a statesman and playwright, and Epictetus was a former slave who became one of the most influential teachers of his time. Their lives were filled with challenges, yet they managed to find peace and purpose through Stoicism. They lived through crazy times, wars, plagues, you name it. The world was chaotic, and yet they found a way to stay centered and focused. Their writings have survived for thousands of years because they offer timeless wisdom that can help us navigate our own turbulent times. Whether you're dealing with personal struggles, professional challenges, or global crises, Stoicism has something valuable to offer. But they figured out a way to stay calm, focused, and in control, no matter what life threw at them. And that's what we're here to explore today. How can we apply these ancient teachings to our modern lives? How can we use Stoic principles to become more resilient, more focused, and more at peace? It's all about mindset, and once you master it, you'll find that you're capable of so much more than you ever imagined. And the best part is, their wisdom is just as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. In a world that's constantly changing and often overwhelming, Stoicism offers a stable foundation. It's like having a rock to hold onto in the middle of a storm. Whether you're looking to improve your mental health, boost your productivity, or simply find more joy in everyday life, Stoicism has practical advice that you can start using right now. So we're going to break down 10 of the most powerful Stoic quotes, the ones that hit you right between the eyes and make you rethink everything. These quotes aren't just words on a page, they're life lessons that have stood the test of time. Each one offers a unique insight into the human condition and provides actionable advice for living a better life. So get ready to take some notes, because these quotes are going to be game changers. We're talking about real-world advice on handling stress, overcoming fear, and just living a more fulfilling life. Imagine being able to face your fears head-on, manage stress like a pro, and find fulfillment in even the smallest moments. That's the power of Stoicism. It's not about denying your emotions or pretending everything is perfect. It's about understanding your emotions, accepting them, and then choosing how to respond in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Get ready to upgrade your mental game, because this is going to be a wild ride. We're about to embark on a journey through the wisdom of the ages, and by the end of it, you'll have a whole new perspective on life. So buckle up, stay tuned, and let's dive into the world of Stoicism together. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. All right, let's kick things off with Marcus Aurelius, the OG Stoic, the emperor philosopher. This guy wasn't just any ruler, he was a thinker, a man who pondered the deeper questions of life while managing the vast Roman Empire. Imagine juggling the responsibilities of an entire empire and still finding the time to reflect on life's profound truths. This dude was running the Roman Empire. Imagine the pressure, the weight of decisions that could change the course of history resting on his shoulders. Yet, amidst all this, he found solace in philosophy. But he still found time to jot down these absolute gems of wisdom. His writings, known as Meditations, are a treasure trove of insights that have stood the test of time. They offer a glimpse into the mind of a man who sought to understand the nature of control and the human condition. And this quote, man, it's a game changer. You have power over your mind, not outside events. This simple yet profound statement encapsulates the essence of Stoic philosophy. It's a reminder that while we can't control external circumstances, we can control our reactions to them. Realize this, and you will find strength. True strength comes from within, from mastering our thoughts and emotions. It's about building an inner fortress that remains unshaken by the storms of life. Think about it. How much time do we spend stressing about things we can't control? We often find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of worries, fretting over scenarios that are beyond our influence. The weather, traffic, what other people think of us. These are just a few examples of the countless things we agonize over daily. It's like we're trying to micromanage the universe, but in reality, we're only adding to our own stress. It's like we're trying to be the CEO of the universe, but we're not even running our own minds. We expend so much energy on things outside our control, neglecting the one thing we can truly govern, our own thoughts and actions. The Stoics, they're like, hold up, man. They urge us to pause and reconsider our approach. Instead of trying to control the uncontrollable, they teach us to focus on what we can change, our mindset. You can't control the waves, but you can learn to surf. This metaphor beautifully illustrates the Stoic approach to life. We can't dictate the events that come our way, but we can navigate them with grace and resilience. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you react to it. This is where our true power lies, in our responses. By mastering our reactions, we can maintain our peace and composure no matter what life throws at us. That's where your power lies. It's not in trying to bend the world to your will, but in mastering your inner world. This inner mastery is the key to true strength and resilience, and that's where the real strength comes from. Not from trying to bend the world to your will, but from mastering your inner world. It's about cultivating a mindset that remains steady and unshaken, regardless of external circumstances. It's like training in the mental gym, building that resilience, that unshakable core. Just as we train our bodies to become stronger, we must also train our minds to develop mental fortitude. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, finding strength within and embracing the illusion of control. So how do we actually do that? How do we reclaim control over our lives when everything seems to be spiraling out of control? It's a question that many of us grapple with, especially in times of uncertainty and chaos. The good news is it's entirely possible to take back the reins and steer our lives in the direction we want to go. But it requires a conscious effort and a willingness to change our mindset. How do we shift from feeling powerless to feeling empowered? It starts with a decision, a commitment to ourselves that we will no longer be passive participants in our own lives. We must decide to take an active role in shaping our destiny, no matter how daunting that may seem. It starts with recognizing what you can control. This might sound simple, but it's a profound realization. In a world where so much is beyond our control, identifying the areas where we do have power can be incredibly liberating. It allows us to focus our energy on what truly matters, rather than wasting it on things we cannot change. You can control your thoughts, your actions, your responses. This means that no matter what external circumstances you face, you have the power to choose how you react. You can choose to respond with calmness and clarity, rather than panic and confusion. This shift in perspective can make a world of difference in how you experience life. You can choose how you show up in the world, even when things are falling apart around you. This is about maintaining your integrity and staying true to your values, regardless of the chaos that may be unfolding. It's about being a beacon of stability and strength, both for yourself and for those around you. It's about taking a step back from the chaos and finding that inner stillness. In the midst of turmoil, it's crucial to carve out moments of peace and reflection. This could be through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply sitting quietly and allowing yourself to be present in the moment. These practices help to ground you and provide a sense of calm amidst the storm. It's about recognizing those negative thought patterns, that voice in your head that says you're not good enough, smart enough, strong enough. We all have that inner critic, but it's important to challenge those thoughts and not let them dictate our actions. By becoming aware of these patterns, we can start to reframe our thinking and cultivate a more positive and empowering mindset, and then choosing not to believe it. Instead, choose to believe in your own potential and capabilities. Remind yourself of your strengths and past achievements. This shift in belief can have a profound impact on your confidence and overall outlook on life. It's about focusing on what you can do right now in this moment to make things better. This could be as simple as taking a deep breath, writing down your thoughts in a journal, or setting a small, achievable goal for the day. These small actions can create a ripple effect, leading to bigger changes over time. Maybe it's going for a run, writing in your journal, calling a friend. These activities not only help to shift your focus, but also provide a sense of accomplishment and connection. They remind you that you're not alone and that you have the power to make positive changes in your life. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture, just a small step in the right direction. Each small step you take builds momentum and brings you closer to your goals. It's about progress, not perfection, because every time you choose to focus on what you can control, every time you choose a positive action over a negative reaction, you're building that mental muscle. This mental resilience is what will carry you through challenging times and help you to emerge stronger on the other side. You're becoming the master of your own mind. By taking control of your thoughts and actions, you are reclaiming your power and creating a life that is aligned with your true self. This journey of self-mastery is ongoing, but with each step, you are becoming more empowered and more in control of your destiny. And let me tell you, that's a powerful feeling, because when you realize you have that power within you, that you are not at the mercy of external events, you become unstoppable. You develop this inner strength, this resilience that allows you to face any challenge life throws at you. It's like that quote from Viktor Frankl, who survived the Holocaust. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms. To choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. That's what the Stoics are all about, man. It's about finding that freedom within, that unshakable core that can't be touched by the chaos of the outside world. And once you tap into that, you realize you're capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. So next time you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, out of control, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. All right, so we're back with another mind-blowing quote from Marcus Aurelius. This one gets to the core of what it means to live a good life. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. It's so simple yet so profound. Imagine your mind is like a garden. You can choose to plant flowers, cultivate beauty, and nourish growth. Or you can let weeds take over, choke out the good stuff, and create a whole lot of negativity. The Stoics are all about tending to that mental garden, weeding out the negative thoughts and planting seeds of positivity, gratitude, and purpose. Because they knew that true happiness doesn't come from external circumstances, it comes from within. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Our minds are wired for negativity bias. We're designed to focus on the bad stuff, the threats, the what-ifs. It's like our brains are stuck in survival mode, constantly scanning for danger. But here's the thing. We don't have to believe everything we think. We have the power to choose which thoughts we entertain, which ones we feed, and which ones we let wither away. It's like training a puppy. You don't just let it run wild, chewing on furniture and barking at squirrels. You gotta train it, teach it what's acceptable and what's not. Same thing with your mind. Every time you catch yourself spiraling into negativity, gently redirect your attention to something more positive. Focus on what you're grateful for, what you're good at, what you're excited about. Now, this isn't about toxic positivity or pretending everything is perfect. Life is tough. We all go through challenges. But it's about choosing to focus on the good even when things are hard. It's about cultivating an attitude of gratitude, appreciating the small things, and finding joy in the present moment. Because when you focus on the good, you start to see more good in the world around you. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. So choose to plant seeds of happiness, water them with positivity, and watch your life bloom. This next quote, man, it's from Marcus Aurelius again. He says, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." This dude, right, he gets it. It's like we're all so scared of dying, but what about really living? I'm talking about chasing those crazy dreams, putting yourself out there even if it scares the crap out of you. Think about it, man. What's the point of playing it safe your whole life? You might live longer, yeah, but what are you holding back from? What experiences are you missing out on because you're too afraid to fail? What amazing things are you capable of if you just break free? It's like if you're a fighter, right? You step into that octagon, you know there's a chance you're going to get your ass kicked, but you do it anyway. Why? Because the potential reward, the feeling of conquering that fear, it's exhilarating. It's the same with life, man. You got to be willing to take some risks. You ever see those big wave surfers? Those guys are nuts, paddling into these mountains of water. But they're not afraid, man. They're facing that fear head on because they know the feeling of riding that wave, the adrenaline rush. It's unlike anything else. That's living, man. Subscribe to Wisdom Atlas for more timeless wisdom. We only get one shot at this life, man. One chance to make it count. Don't waste it living in fear. Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Step up to the plate, swing for the fences, and see what you're really made of. Remember, the only way to truly fail is to never try at all. So get out there, man. Embrace the unknown. Live your life to the fullest. You never know what you're capable of until you push your limits. This next one from Seneca really hit me hard. He said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that for a second. How often do we freak out about stuff that hasn't even happened yet? We build these scenarios in our heads, these worst-case scenarios, and we let them control our emotions. It's like our minds are capable of creating so much unnecessary suffering. We get caught in these loops of anxiety, replaying past mistakes or worrying about the future. We forget to be present, to enjoy the moment, because we're so busy torturing ourselves with our own thoughts. You ever notice how often your mind is just racing? It's like a monkey swinging from vine to vine, never settling down. That's what Seneca's talking about. We got to learn to tame that monkey, man. We got to learn to control our thoughts instead of letting them control us. There are a lot of ways to do this. Meditation is huge. Just sitting there, focusing on your breath, learning to observe your thoughts without judgment. It's like training a muscle, man. The more you do it, the stronger you get at controlling your mind. Next time you find yourself spiraling, caught in a loop of negative thoughts, just stop for a second. Ask yourself, is this real? Is this actually happening right now? Or am I just creating this suffering in my mind? More often than not, you'll realize that the problem isn't real. It's just your mind playing tricks on you. And once you see that, once you call it out, you can start to let go of those thoughts and focus on what's actually happening in this moment. All right, this Seneca quote is a real kick in the ass. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who's alive. Damn, man, that's some real talk right there. It's like, if you're constantly afraid of dying, you're never going to truly live. We're all going to die, man. It's the one guarantee in life. But instead of letting that fact paralyze us, we should use it as fuel. It should light a fire under our asses and make us want to go out there and make every single day count. Think about it. What do you want your legacy to be? Do you want to be remembered as someone who played it safe, who never took any risks, who never really lived? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who went after their dreams, who made a difference in the world, who squeezed every last drop out of life? It's not about how long you live, man. It's about what you do with the time you have. It's about the impact you make on the world and the people around you. That's what matters. So embrace the fact that you're gonna die one day. Let it motivate you to live a life that's truly meaningful. Don't waste your time on bullshit, man. Go after what you want. Make a difference. Leave your mark on the world. As Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Don't let fear hold you back. Embrace your mortality and live a life that's truly worth living. All right, folks, Epictetus is dropping truth bombs here. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? This isn't about being selfish. It's about self-respect. You deserve the best, but you got to demand it, man. No more excuses. No more waiting for the right time. The right time is now. Think about it. What are you putting off? What dreams are you letting gather dust? You deserve to chase those dreams. Stop selling yourself short. You're capable of amazing things. This quote always gets me fired up. It's a call to action. Epictetus isn't letting you off the hook. He's challenging you to step up and own your potential. It's like a slap in the face, but in a good way. You know, we all have this inner voice that tells us we're not good enough, not ready yet. But that's bullshit, man. Don't listen to that voice. Demand the best for yourself and watch what happens. This quote is about raising your standards in every aspect of your life. What are you accepting that you shouldn't be? Are you settling for mediocrity when you're capable of greatness? It's easy to get complacent, to get stuck in a rut. But that's not living, man. That's just existing. You deserve more than that. You deserve to thrive. And thriving means demanding the best from yourself and from the world around you. This isn't some self-help mumbo-jumbo. This is about taking control of your life. It's about deciding that you're not going to settle for anything less than you deserve. It's about setting high standards for yourself and then going out there and crushing it. Epictetus is basically saying, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for permission? For someone to tell you it's okay to go after what you want? Newsflash, you don't need permission. The only permission you need is from yourself. The journey starts now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Take that first step, no matter how small it seems. The moment you decide to demand the best for yourself, everything changes. Your energy shifts, your perspective changes. You start to see possibilities where before you saw obstacles. It's a powerful thing, man. So what are you waiting for? Demand the best. You won't regret it. man, Epictetus was a beast. He really understood the human condition. This quote, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems," is so true it hurts. We spend so much time worrying about things that haven't even happened, things that might never happen. We build these elaborate scenarios in our heads, these worst-case scenarios, and we let them paralyze us. It's like our minds are wired for negativity bias. We focus on the bad stuff, the what-ifs, instead of focusing on the good, on the possibilities. And you know what? Most of the time, those bad things never even happen. We torture ourselves for nothing. So how do we break free from this cycle of worry and anxiety? Epictetus is telling us to separate the real problems from the imagined anxieties, to look at our fears objectively and ask ourselves, is this a real problem or am I just freaking out? It's like training your mind to be more discerning, to focus on what's actually happening, instead of getting caught up in hypotheticals. It's not easy, man. Our minds are powerful things. They can be our greatest allies or our worst enemies. But with practice, with awareness, we can learn to control our thoughts instead of letting our thoughts control us. We can learn to separate the signal from the noise, to focus on what's important and let go of the rest. When you're not constantly worried about things that might happen, you free up so much mental energy. You can actually start living in the present moment, enjoying the good things in your life. You become more resilient, more capable of handling whatever life throws your way, because you know that most of the time, the things we worry about never come to pass. And even if something bad does happen, you're better equipped to deal with it because you haven't wasted all your energy on worry and anxiety. You're present, you're grounded, you're ready. So take Epictetus's words to heart. Don't let your mind be your prison. Free yourself from the shackles of imaginary anxieties and start living your life to the fullest. This quote, first say to yourself what you would be and then do what you have to do, man. It's so simple yet so profound. It's about the power of intention, of setting a clear goal and then taking action to achieve it. Epictetus is telling us that we need to have a vision for our lives. Who do we want to be? What do we want to accomplish? It's like having a destination in mind before you set out on a journey. Without a destination, you're just wandering aimlessly. But with a clear goal in mind, you can chart a course and start moving in the right direction. But here's the thing. Visualization is only the first step. You can't just sit around and dream about who you want to be. You have to take action. You have to put in the work. Epictetus is saying, okay, you know who you want to be. Now go out there and do what it takes to become that person. It's about aligning your actions with your intentions. It's about closing the gap between who you are now and who you want to be. And that takes effort, man. It takes discipline. It takes consistency, but the rewards are worth it. It's a worth. When you start living with intention, when you start taking action towards your goals, something amazing happens. You start to transform. You start to become the person you always knew you could be. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable become surmountable. The doubts and fears that once held you back start to fade away. You develop a sense of confidence and self-belief that you never thought possible. And that, my friends, is a powerful thing. It's the power to create the life you want, to live on your own terms, to become the best version of yourself. So take Epictetus's words to heart. Say to yourself who you want to be, and then go out there and make it happen. This quote, man, it's like a punch to the gut, you know? No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus was dropping truth bombs back in the day. We think we're free, right? We got choices, we got options. But how often are we really running the show? Think about it. How many times have you let your emotions dictate your actions? Your anger, your fear, your insecurities, they take over, and suddenly you're not making choices, you're reacting. You're a slave to those impulses, man. It's like you're stuck in traffic, right? Someone cuts you off and boom, road rage. You lay on the horn, you're flipping the bird, your blood pressure's through the roof. Who's in control there? You or that little voice in your head screaming about injustice? That's where self-mastery comes in, man. It's about recognizing those impulses, those triggers, and choosing how you respond. It's about discipline. And let me tell you, discipline is not some kind of restrictive, joyless thing. It's freedom. Discipline is like you're training for a fight, right? You're pushing yourself, you're sore, you're tired, but you're also building strength, you're sharpening your skills, you're becoming the best version of yourself. That's powerful, man. And when you have that kind of discipline, that kind of self-control, you're not at the mercy of your emotions anymore. You're not controlled by external circumstances. You're free to choose your path. It's like the difference between being swept away by a raging river and navigating it with a kayak. You can either let life toss you around or you can grab the oars and steer. That's what Epictetus is talking about. It's not easy, man. It takes work, it takes dedication, but the payoff is massive. It's the difference between living a life of reaction and living a life of intention. It's about becoming the master of your own domain, and that, my friends, is true freedom. Let's talk about wealth, man. We live in a society obsessed with it. Bigger houses, faster cars, more stuff. But Epictetus, he throws down a different perspective. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us we need more. New phone, new clothes, new gadgets. It's a never-ending cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. We chase after these external things, thinking they'll bring us happiness. But true wealth, real fulfillment, it comes from within. It's about finding contentment, man. Think about it. Have you ever bought something you really wanted, like really wanted, and then after the initial excitement wore off, you just felt empty? I know I have. That's because material possessions can only provide temporary satisfaction. Real contentment, it comes from appreciating what you have, not constantly striving for what you lack. It's about gratitude, man. Gratitude for the simple things. A roof over your head, food on your table, good friends, meaningful work. Those are the things that truly matter. Now, I'm not saying you got to go full-on minimalist and live in a yurt, man, but maybe, just maybe, we can all benefit from questioning our desires. Do we really need that new car? Or is it just society telling us we do? Do we need to keep up with the Joneses, or can we be content with what we have? Because when you can find happiness and fulfillment with less, you free yourself from this constant chase. You break free from the matrix, man. And that, my friends, is true wealth. All right, folks, that's it for today. We just dropped some serious Stoic wisdom on you. These quotes, they're not just some ancient philosophy, man. They're tools for living a better, more fulfilling life. So take them to heart, apply them to your own life. You might be surprised at the impact they can have. Thanks for watching. If you found these Stoic quotes inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom Atlas for more timeless wisdom and Stoic insights. See you next time.